Mars Console Gamer. Games and hardware and art.
Hey viewers and subscribers! The huge update for Warhammer 40K Space Marines 2 on consoles and PC is out now. This update is 12 GB on consoles. Here's a word from the developers. Greetings Marines! The newest patch for Warhammer 40,000, Space Marine 2 is now live, packed with new features. And yes, it brings ultra-wide support. And yes, it adds private lobbies in operations mode. But that's not all, there's a new sparring arena in the battle barge. Available while in operations or Eternal War mode, this brand new area is accessible directly from the launch bay. Once there, you'll be given your weapons and grenades as if you were in a PvP match and allowed to spar it out with your battle brothers ahead of your next missions. We've also introduced the option to reset custom colors presets and replace them by predefined ones instantly. We truly appreciate your reports and feedback, thank you. If you have any, head over to our platform Focus Together, which features an entire forum dedicated to Space Marine 2 as well as an ideas section that is reviewed by the Space Marine 2 teams. We hope you'll enjoy the improvements brought by this update. The Emperor protects. Here is the complete long list of fixes, additions, and improvements. New features. The Hub Sparring Arena is a new special arena on the battle barge, available in Operations and Eternal War game mode. This is where players can compete in friendly PvP with the players in their squad. There is now ultra-wide support for PC private mode for Operation mode, that gives players ability to play Operation alone with bots, or alongside one friend without being matchmaked with random players during the mission. Added What's New and Message of the Day. Added option to reset custom color presets. Gameplay and balancing tweaks. The marking tool has been updated. Improved responsiveness and comfort of social wheel control, with a mouse. Disabled unnecessary objects that do not require highlighting and worked poorly with it, and several minor bug fixes. Power Fist, damage for fully charged attacks, has been greatly increased. Heavy Plasma. Base ammo increased by 5. Blast damage radius has also been increased. Overheat per shoot drastically decreased from 50 to 30 for charged shoots and from 20 to 15 for base shooting. Base damage slightly increased by 10%. Med stims restore contested health in addition to actual healing. AUX grenade launcher ammo now can be refilled only with the ammo boxes and cannot be refilled from the infinite ammo cache. Campaign. Difficulty. Enemy aggressiveness on veteran difficulty in campaign decreased for better single-player experience. Players' health on veteran difficulty in campaign is slightly reduced to compensate for AI aggressiveness and armor management updates. Bots. Various inhibiting restrictions were lifted, allowing bots to be more helpful and effective, while still not beating the game. The player bots will now help focus firing zoanthropes when the player attacks them. Heavily eased restrictions on bots' finishing of enemies, instead of leaving them for the player, to reduce annoyance. Bots are now allowed to help with gargoyle objectives. Fixed a variety of bugs related to bots getting stuck and fixed a bug where bots can run out of ammo on weapons without a magazine. Operations mode. Tweaked AI director and spawn rules of chaos enemies in operations mode. Max number of Zongers with shield on the arena at the same time reduced from 10 to 4. Max number of cultist snipers on the arena at the same time reduced from 10 to 3. Max number of Zongers on the arena at the same time reduced from 30 to 20. Max number of Rubric Marines with bolt guns on the arena at the same time reduced from 8 to 5. Max number of Rubric Marines with Warp Flamers on the arena at the same time reduced from 4 to 3. Perfect Parry has been updated, now restores armor for killing Minories, not only for countering their special attacks. Regarding block and fencing weapons, a bug has been fixed in Perfect Parry window for fencing weapons. Now it has a 20 frames window for perfect parry and 10 frames of vulnerability at the end of animation, instead of 30 frames of perfect parry for full animation as it was intended originally. Assault class, base ground pound damage increased by 30%. Armor boost drops from destructible crates are now less common, cooldown raised from 30 seconds to 60 seconds. PvP improved player spawn system. It should make spawn killing more difficult. Reworked Vanguard's grapnel launcher in PvP. Instead of full stun, it will now stagger the enemy and will slow him down drastically. AI reduced the ability to stun lock enemies with ranged attacks across all AI characters. Accuracy of ranged enemies is reduced when attacking from off-screen, and accuracy of ranged enemies is reduced when attacking melee-engaged players. Regarding Hormagaunts and Zongers, melee damage now deals specific amount of damage instead of removing one complete armor segment per attack. Zoanthrope increased psychic scream damage sparsing time from 0.5s to 2s to prevent one-shoot damage. Psychic scream damage reduced from 11 to 8. Psychic scream effective range reduced from 50 to 40 m. Psychic scream cast range is reduced by 10 m. Termagant flesh borer spray attack damage reduced from 1 to 0.5. Flash borer spray attack damage reduced from 0.3 to 0.1. Tyrannid warrior with devourer. Projectile damage reduced from 0.9 to 0.6 per projectile. Rubric marine with warp flamer. Icon of flame damage reduced from 9 to 6. Flamer burst damage reduced from 6 to 4 per shoot. Flamer shooting damage reduced from 6 to 4 per projectile. Health reduced by 10%. Rubric marine with bolt gun. Spray attack damage reduced from 1.5 to 1. Precise shot attack with red indicator, damage reduced from 4 to 2 per projectile. Reduced frequency of teleports used to disengage players to make them less annoying to fight. Health reduced by 10%. Zanginger with shield. HP greatly reduced. Carnifex. Rage phase updated, Carnifex becomes faster and more aggressive. Taunt frequency reduced. Fixed a bug where his Cone of Thorns attack wouldn't fire projectiles. Hive Tyrant. Health slightly increased. Resistance to explosives and melta weapons increased by 20%. Customization. Fixed icon color for the Administratum Gray, Auric Armor Gold and Celestor Gray colors. Fixed several issues, with default colors being wrong on some chapters. Vanguard Relic Right Greet part now requires 29 victories instead of 36. Added a color pattern called Grease Pattern, allowing the player to customize bottom and top half of the leg separately. Maps. Fixed several issues that were preventing players from progressing within some levels. Fixed a lot of minor collision issues. Tweaked dust storm density and duration in ballistic engine operation. Tweaked Heldrake fire timings on the bridge and reliquary operation. Trials can be now accessed via Hypnomat in Armory. General fixes. Fixed a bug where changing loadout mid-operation would restore your health. Improved jump pack ability responsiveness. Fixed several issues in trials. Fixed a bug where in some rare cases, controls would stop working after performing a finisher. Fixed a bug where player does not receive armor data from Hellbrute spawned from Chaos Portal. Fixed a bug that caused Vanguard's Adrenaline Rush perk description to show 1% instead of actual 10%. Fixed announcer spam in Eternal War mode. Fixed multiple ways of duplicating ammo in Operations mode. Fixed a bug where grapnel launcher would get cancelled if overlapped by small geometry. Fixed a bug where tactical perk Emperor's Vengeance did not work with Plasma Incinerator. Fixed a bug where several weapons could restore more than actual contested health, like Meltas, AoE weapons, etc. Fixed several issues that were causing loss of saves. Fixed an unidentified voice at the end of the story that was assigned to the wrong character. Lots of minor UI fixes and improvements. Lots of minor animation fixes and improvements and several localization fixes. That completes the long list of fixes, improvements and additions. Have fun playing Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2.
Thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for more updates on games, gameplay of new and some older releases, console info, hardware and various art.